This is Great Society Ministries, and I'm your host, Lamar Azmo. And the topic of this video will be an intro to Thelema. Thelema is important because it is one of the dark occult groups that have individuals in high places throughout the Western world and perhaps beyond. And the basis of part of one of the foundations of their belief system, it comes from the Kabbalah. It's medieval Jewish mysticism. But the book that I'll be using to discuss this cult will be by David Shoemake, and I'll give you the title at the end, but it's important to note that the Podesta brothers, Marina Abramovic, and a host of celebrities, Lady Gaga, Hugh Jackman, a lot of them have attended Abramovic's so-called spirit cooking. And again, she's a practitioner of Thelema. And I believe it's Abramovich. She's from the Balkans, so if I'm mispronouncing the name, I apologize. But the founder of Thelema was Aleister Crowley, who was also a Mason and a member of the Ordo Templi Orientis, another occult group. And we already mentioned how Kabbalah also is the foundation of Freemasonry. But I find it interesting that the individual who wrote this book said his mother was some denomination of Christianity. I can't recall, but I think he said she was Catholic, and his father was an atheist, and he leaned more towards atheism, but he chose to get into Thelema for some reason that I forget. And it's interesting how these individuals who are supposedly atheists a lot of them tend to be Satanists as well. So there's a channel here on YouTube, Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666, and he's really popular now, especially in the alt media, the alt-right. But I just find that it's an interesting coincidence that these people who are atheists and not supposed to believe in the supernatural tend to believe in the supernatural when it comes to the dark occult and magic with a K at the end. It's how they usually spell it. But here's just a few quotes. The Kabbalah is the name for a mystical branch of Jewish tradition. The word Kabbalah itself is derived from the Hebrew linguistic root kabal, which literally means to receive. And this guy actually believes in what he calls an HGA, a holy guardian angel. And he says if you were a practitioner of Thelema, you have to get in touch with your true will, and your true will comes from your HGA, your holy guardian angel. Now keep in mind, this guy was either agnostic or an atheist, so now all of a sudden he believes in guardian angels, magic. It's just interesting, and I really find it interesting how they tend to take from this Kabbalah book, which I have no care to read because I don't want to get into the dark occult. It's not my cup of tea. But for those who may stumble across this video and read the book, leave a comment in the comment section and talk about what you learned from it. I'd like to to hear what it's all about, because my impression is that it must be one of those books that invert it's like an inversion of religion, like how Anton LaVey's Church of Satan is like an inversion of Christianity. But it's very unfortunate and sad that you have these sort of individuals in high places, people who believe in the teachings of Aleister Crowley, who advocated raping young boys and killing them as the highest form of magic, which is why people wonder why there's so many Pizzagate conspiracists out there, because when you follow a guy who says things like that, what are people supposed to believe? That something like Pizzagate is too far-fetched to happen. I'm not saying whether it did or didn't happen, but there are a lot of funny coincidences, and you don't even have to look into Pizzagate. Just look at the known and confirmed cases of ritual murder and these. I mean, just there's a laundry list of people in high places in government and the military that have been caught doing unsavory things with kids. The Pentagon had an incident where people were looking at underage porn. So in America, we have a lot of foxes guarding the hen house, and we'll stop here. I'm reading this book, and I just wanted to share that briefly. Because when I'm done, I'll give a thorough review, and because this is all a part of what this ministry is about, exposing these cabals and with their own literature. Because like evil villains out of a cartoon, they tell on themselves. They tell their evil plan before it comes to fruition. But that's it for now.